think I'm actually gonna be on time tonight. I'm a little late, but it won't be days late like I've been lately. So that'll be good. Divine Bahamut though. Yeah, I think this version of Bahamut looks a lot cooler than the red one. I like this one. I just think he looks way cooler like this, in my opinion. Banner, I skipped Prish. Hope for Yuna though. Spent a lot. About 400k to get everything. I know that's very steep, but I just had to do it. I don't even know how much I'll use her, but I just had to get her. And I'm gonna just leave it at that. He does seem to have a lot of HP, this Bahamut. A lot. Like, we really had to pull out all the stops to get this 0 done. Like, I don't know. I'm sure if I had further upgraded ultimate weapons, probably wouldn't have been as difficult. But this Noctis has been rocking a 0 out of 5 ultimate weapon for this entire era, and it has never failed me. So I guess I can't complain. I did level up the staff a little bit though, finally. That staff has been at 0 out of 5 too, but notice my cores were piling up. So I decided to help out Garnet a little bit. She's at 2 out of 5 now. Selphie is here. Y'all know why Selphie's here for launches, obviously. And she's going to be the swap, clearly. We're going to bring in this Sisney to really, really bring the damage, and it works out great. I should probably talk about the gem cap situation with these new tickets. A little late to that party to say something about it publicly. I was going to make a video about it, and then I realized I don't care that much to make a video dedicated solely to that. So I figured I'd just wait until new stuff and I'd bring it up. But I don't think there's much to say that hasn't been said already. I mean, it is kind of funny that Square decided they're going to institute this cap and then bring in a new method that completely goes around the cap. Hashtag ticks the cap. I'm seeing people say, just get these tickets and you can kind of get around the cap. So, begs the question, why not just remove the cap then? Instead of just implementing something new to get around it, why even have it in the first place? It seems kind of weird. I have a theory, and this is based on nothing, really, so just take this with a grain of salt. But I think Square just knew that they fucked up. I think that they got too greedy, and they underestimated the tendency for hoarding in this community. That's what I think happened. I think that they figured, all right, you know what, if we put this cap in, people will spend their gems, and then they'll buy more gems, and then we'll get all the gems, and then we'll get all the money. And I think that's kind of what happened. But what they were met with was their biggest spenders going, you know what, I'm just going to be free to play now. This is bullshit. I just won't spend money then. And they went, wait, what? That's not what we... Shit. That's not what we thought was going to happen. So instead of coming out and being like, oh, hey, sorry, we were wrong. Let's get rid of this. My bad. They implemented this new thing and packaged it to make it look like, hey, we're doing something for you. When really all this amounts to is now players that have an abundance of gems like that have to just go through minor in-game exchanging to be able to do something that they should have been able to do in the first place, which is save and spend how they want. So, I don't know, it's like, thank you, Square, for letting us finally do the thing we should have always been able to do, I guess? I don't know. If anyone out there is expecting like an apology from Square or something, don't hold your breath. They're not going to do that. This is also not the first time that Square has done stuff like this, where they just make a really ridiculous policy decision and never really own up to it. So, again, I wouldn't hold your breath on that one. But, I mean, this isn't a perfect fix. It is still odd that when you pull, it pulls from your free gems before it even touches your paid gems. Like, that's a little strange. That would help even more if they just went from the paid gems first, because then it would prevent people from hitting the cap as easily as they have been. But I guess these tickets work too, I suppose. It just seems like an odd fix, but a fix is a fix. And despite the minor problems with it, and despite how weird it looks, we won. Like, all the stop the cap people, we won. Like everything that we were saying, all the videos we were making, all the Reddit threads people were making, all the discussions on Facebook threads and everything, we won. It's that simple. We just did. So yeah, I'm gonna say as disrespectfully as possible to everybody who was telling us to stop talking about it and to stop wasting our time, that it's never gonna happen. A very sincere fuck you, I told you so. Because you were no help. All you did was stand in the way. So thanks for nothing. I wanted to bring out Cisne a lot sooner, and maybe I should have, but Bahamut's got a lot of health, so I kind of figured, you know what, let's just do what we can with this. Because what I didn't want to happen was to do it too early, and then have Cisne go away, and then Selphie come back, and I couldn't put Warp Step back on her because it would be her turn. I just didn't want to be in that situation, so I'm like, you know what, I'll get as much out of Selphie as I can, and then get her out of here and really just rush it at the end with Cisne, and it worked. We came really close. Like, we got that 0 by the skin of our noses, but we got it. And a perfect score. Yeah, I'm spoiling it. Yeah. Perfect score, 0 turns. I'm proud of this one. I like this one. Sorry, I gotta go back to it. I should probably explain what they've done here. For those who are unfamiliar, what Square did a few months back on the Japanese server, and then they were gonna bring it over to global. Well, they did bring it to global. They instituted a paid gems cap. No one can have any more than 350,000, I believe that's the number, paid gems. So even if you're trying to buy Mog Pass, you just can't buy Mog Pass because of the gems. It just blocks you. You just couldn't do it. So what that was doing was preventing veterans from investing in the game that they've been investing in for years. And it made people mad. Why are we doing this? So to fix it, instead of just getting rid of this cap is still here, but what you can do now is buy these new special tickets that are worth just as much as a multi-pull, and they cost 5,000 gems, the same amount that a multi-pull does. So that way when you hit that cap, you can start buying these tickets. Basically, you can just invest your gems in these tickets and stockpile these tickets, and that ticket cap is 999. So if you do the math, it's about 4.9 million worth of 4.9 million worth in gems converted to tickets if you were to hit that cap. So I don't think anybody's going to hit that. No one out there take that as a challenge. Oh my god, what's wrong with you people? Don't do that, seriously. But that's what I'm referring to. So yeah, again, weird fix, but a fix is a fix. So at this point, I say it's a win. I'd say we have cause for a celebration. So there, I covered my bases. Now if anybody wants to come in and be like, what is this cap that you speak of? I know that you didn't watch the whole video. I know you stopped before the 6-minute mark. Because I already explained it. I'm not going to explain it again. Okay, so this was a little weird. I was trying to stall a little bit so that outside of the summon, we would still be in front of him, because remember, we can't delay him. Even break delay doesn't work. But then this happened. I should not have picked Garnet. I should have picked Cisne, because now Garnet has 2 turns, which is very awkward for preserving the warp step buff. So now what do we do? Well, we figure it out, but a little awkward. But at least everyone's turns are in front of Bahamut. Honestly, it would have been fine even if he attacked, because we have that Raijin debuff on, so he wouldn't have touched us anyways. I probably should have just let him swing. That probably would have been the smarter thing to do, but we're already here. Look at all this off-turn damage. So we got Cisne, we got Noctis, and we got Garnet. Like, they all just... that was so much extra damage. And that's after we just did a full battery launch. This is dumb, and I love it. But again, Garnet is going to get another turn right now, which is not ideal. Not what I wanted, because now Warp Step will be gone for her, which means Noctis has to just refresh it, even though Cisne still has 2 turns of it. And this is the last Noctis LD, so yikes. Little uncomfortable. And he's not even in the red yet, so we're cutting it really close here. Okay, well, I spoke too soon. He's in the red now, but you get my point. Still cutting it pretty close. That orb, I don't even really understand the orb. I'll be honest with you. I read it and I'm like, what? I don't really get what this is. So, someone will know, but I just kind of ran with this and saw the orb starts at 3, then disappears, and it never goes up from 3. Like it's, I'm not really sure how this one works. It's a little strange, but apparently with this team, you don't have to really think about it much. So I guess just do this if you're looking for a way out. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna keep going back to it, but another weird claim that I'm hearing, I don't know if there's any validity to this at all, but on paper, it just doesn't make sense to me. I've heard people saying that the reason that Square is doing this is because of an audit or something, like they were being audited about non-gem caps. I don't understand that. So okay, the claim I'm hearing, if I'm understanding it correctly, is that they were trying to play both sides of the coin. Like they wanted to pass whatever audit that was happening. So they instituted a gem cap, but they still wanted to do right by their consumers. So they gave us these tickets to get around the audit, which doesn't make any sense to me, because why wouldn't the tickets just be quote unquote audited then? It's not like they were a secret. They announced it on a live stream. They made slides and everything. They're not hiding it. They're very public about this. So, what is this thing about audits? Is this a real thing that I'm just not understanding? Or is this just people talking out of their ass with no proof at all and just kind of saying things? Because that's what it sounds like. But if I'm wrong, I'd love to know. Okay, right here is important. See how I'm attacking the crystal and not Bahamut? Because we cannot have Cissnei or Garnet jump in front of Bahamut anymore. That just can't happen if we want 0. So, we're going to attack a crystal so that Garnet and Cissnei's turns can just get out of here. Which means it's all up to Noctis, with the help of the other 2. He still has his burst effect, but not for long. The Cissnei follow-ups, which will be consistent. And the arc explosions. That's how we gotta roll with this. That should give him a Warp Strike plus, I believe. 9%. That's still quite a bit to chop down. But we have help. This right here feels like old Noctis play, what I'm doing. Like, I have not played Noctis like this in so long. So this brought back memories. But now, okay, no more Warp Steps, but we got 2 of these. He lost his burst effect, but that's fine. And his plus skills are free, so he's got to just spam at this point with a little bit of help from the other 2 to get him dead. And meanwhile, that orb is just hanging out at 1. I don't know about the orb, so don't ask me. I'm not sure how it works, but doesn't seem to be much of an issue with this fight. At least not with this team. Maybe other teams it's more of a problem, but not here. 2%. Oh, we needed that. Thank you. Garnet's the best. She's the best. 1%. See what I mean by cutting it close? This is the last free turn available right here. And it worked. Kaboom! Get out of here. I don't know when I'm going to do this grind. I don't even know who I'm going to use besides my new green Yuna, since I skip Fresh, but I will figure it out. And I guess I'll see you guys later. I hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you for watching.